What's sippin', homies? Happy Vlogmas. Welcome to day number 4. And I got a special one for you. This one comes straight from the vault, back from early Boy Scout days. And I figure what better way to share this with you than out here in Vlogmas. So if this is the first time you are joining us and you are joining in on the Vlogmas fun, please like, subscribe, comment, and do all that stuff the YouTuber people say. Alright, let's get into this one. This is really going to be just like a walk down memory lane, essentially. Santa's playground, I guess it was. But man, this is when I was back in Boy Scouts, man. And man, I can't even tell you how old I was at this point. But what's crazy is as I got older, I started working at a school, and the lady on the left-hand side, Miss Pat, she was working there. So it was a long time since I had seen her at that. And I do remember a couple dudes that were in here, and it was crazy, man, because I didn't necessarily get along with them because they were truly the definition of some like mama and daddy's boys. And you would have thought they were an only child. I'm an only child too, but I ain't got them only child-like tendencies like people tend to say. So of course, leave it up to me as I start watching this, and somehow I captured it without the sound. So ultimately, it's me that just gonna have to narrate it. Who would have thought that like 30 years later I'd be narrating my own film at this too. So I could actually remember when my mom had first gotten this video camera too. That was JVC, I think it was, a little tape recorder that was about yay big or so. So I don't necessarily know if she knew how to actually use it though. But yeah, this is the Boy Scout troop. I remember we had a tree. We had a whole program that used to go on with this. I particularly remember this kid. I don't know. He was a set of twins, so it was him and his brother. And man, they were something else for real. And there was their dad. So they always ran behind dad. They were the definition of let me talk my smack and run behind my pop. So what was actually cool here, if you look, you see that bald dude right there with the crazy comb over. That's my Uncle Paco. You guys have seen him in some of the vlogs when we go out to Chicago as well. So I gotta give it up to my uncle, man, because he was always down for anything and everything. So the kid that was in front of him was actually my friend Paul. I still talk to him. What up, Paul, if you ever see this, man? I don't know if you've seen this, but I don't know what had happened. I know his dad used to be I think a detective with the LAPD. So a lot of times he wouldn't be able to go to any of these functions. So my guess, I think, is that my uncle actually sat in and helped him out with this game. So it's kind of ironic. There's my dad on the left hand side with he would always have that Santa hat on, man. I wonder if he still has it. But if he does, I'll be sure to actually get some of the footage with him on here. But it's ironic that we were just watching videos, and I know I just did a short regarding eating marshmallows. So you have to eat a marshmallow from a stick, essentially. So I've always been a fan of mallows, no secret to that. And I know my uncle was all about it. If there was free food, man, he was truly all about it. And I don't know how long this game actually went on for. I vaguely remember this. Truly vaguely remember this. But I really did enjoy being a Boy Scout. I really did. And what's really ironic, another irony, there's a lot of ironic stuff about this that happens, is that one of my old Scoutmasters, he actually comes here to my work now. So I actually see him on a weekly basis. So obviously I never finished the top spot at Eagle Scouts. Life just started happening, you know. And look, my uncle, my guess is he probably ate that marshmallow down before everybody, and he won himself a gift, because if food is an option, my uncle will be all about it. So there's me, like buck teeth and all, man, you know. But my hair, I'll give it to that. I remember my hair used to be on point. So at very most, I would say this is probably about maybe if not 4th grade, maybe 5th grade in general. So this is, if this is what I think it is, actually I don't know. But I don't know if it'll come up. If it comes up, then cool. If not, but I remember we were singing. I don't know if we were singing Christmas songs, which my guess is it probably was. But my dad and some of the other troop leaders used to really get down, and my dad used to be part of it. So it was actually, if you saw the guy in red, I don't know if he'll come back in. Not Santa, obviously I know who Santa is, but you'll see him right now, or he was. I don't know if he'll come back in, but he was the guy who actually comes in here to the center now. But I don't remember specific details of this event itself. I do remember that Santa came, and here it is. 4th grade, 5th grade, call it what it is. I still believe in Santa, even to this day. I still believe in Santa. I believe in the spirit of Santa. You know, during this time, the things that may happen, good things happen sometimes, and it's unexplained why. And you know, I'm not an overly religious person, but during this time, I do believe in the spirit of Santa as well. And I remember when I had gotten my gift from Santa, it was like mind blown, because it was a set of books. I used to read a whole lot. And when I got this set of books, I was super excited, and I legit thought it was Santa. And I was overly excited, because I was like, man, Santa knows. But I didn't really think about the background work of it. I know a lot of kids grew up a lot faster than I did, and they knew how all of this worked and stuff, but I thought it was Santa. And I obviously, in my older life, though I look back at it, look, here goes my dad. I went up with my dad, and I got my gift, and only to realize that it was my parents that ended up buying the gift, packing it up, and giving it to whoever days before, so that they can I could have a gift here at this event. So I know they end up recording a lot of other people, so that's kind of like what all of this stuff is. But oh my god, dude, just look, and here's my gift from Santa as well too. So I believe, I don't remember what the first set of it was, but there was me, and here's me unwrapping the gifts. So anytime it really came down to Christmas time, I was just like super excited. And of course, there goes the videotapes from back then, and here it comes back up again. So either, I don't really remember why it does that, but it did. Welcome the early 90s technology at its finest. But I just vaguely remember though, looking at this like, man, what is this? And look, yep, sure enough, there it was. It was the books. A More Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And I don't know if you guys ever read those, but those were like top-notch reading when you were a kid. And look, X-Men comics, and it was sick. Look, and you can see everybody's face is like, man, Little Bacon was the man. I had these X-Men comic books. I had that Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Like, I was the man. You know, back then you could get away with getting a book and being the man. It was good times, man. Honestly, much simpler times back then, you know. And we didn't have technology, so obviously I can't remember what. I think my mom had asked me what's on my shirt of some sort, or my badges that I had earned. But either ways, my homie Paul's on the left hand side of me, and that dude that's right in the middle with the blonde hair, he was working at this pizza shop that was actually right down the street from where I work as well. So it was good to see him too. Because remember, we would go camping with each other. We would go have fun. We would do different adventures. I mean, I sound like really like a pitch, like I'm advocating for the Boy Scouts, but it really was a good time. Honestly, it's like I look back with some of the most fondest times at this time. But there was no cell phones. Anything that we did, it literally was us entertaining ourselves, or the company of each other. And maybe that's why now we know what conversation is. We know, you know, when we have blackouts, we don't mind, because it just gives us one more opportunity to talk with each other. But I gotta try to find this tape and see if there's some audio that goes along with it. I'm sure there is, and I just messed it up, because I want to say this was probably one of the first things that I actually captured when I did it at the time. And the guy who walked in front right now, in the brown, he's the guy who comes here. So that fire was fake, but looked real. So yeah, that guy right there, yeah, so he currently comes in. So I gotta actually show him when he comes in next time. I'm gonna actually show him what's up and be like, hey man, do you remember this? And ultimately I end up going to New Mexico with him and another guy, and did this whole 60 some odd mile hike. And oh man, times that I could just, man, crazy, man, because I was only 15 or 16 at the time when I did this. I think at the time I did this, I was maybe 9 or 10. So baby bacon, man, for sure, to say the very least. But it was all smiles, you know. And Squish does Girl Scouts too, but times have changed, man. We worked on badges back then that were, you know, things that I could do. Like, even if I were to go camping right now, I wouldn't die, because I still remember some of the tips and the tricks of surviving in the wilderness, you know. But Squish worked on badges that were social media relevant, which is just insane how times have changed, you know. So I honestly, at this point, don't know what they're giving out. It looked like a badge of some sort. And there's actually the dude that's standing right there with the fuzzy hair. That's my god brother. So I didn't even remember really him being there. Some of these other guys were, actually don't remember, I think those are already the 5th graders, because once you were, I think, in 4th grade you wore the blues, and in 5th grade you wore the caramel. And there I go. See, as you could see, I was always fidgeting with my hands. Actually, I was pretty straight at this point, but man, this has always been something for me. So yeah, me always dabbing up the homies, man. You know, your successes is my successes. So this is, man, so whatever this badge was for, it was for something. And I go, the guy right next to me, the big dude, Big Joe, man. So I still see him around from time to time too. So at the time, he used to kind of take it seriously. I don't know if I really took it seriously, to be honest with you, but I don't know, whatever the sound was for this. But I remember I always give it over. There's my uncle. There's Paquete. But he's always, from the very beginning, he's always been supportive. And I think around the same time too, we probably went caroling. So we probably went to, I couldn't even begin to tell you where this was at. But this is, yeah, 4th grade me for sure. The guy that was directly to the side of me was my childhood friend Mondo. We went to elementary school together, we graduated together, we did this for a little bit, but I think as 5th and 6th grade started coming around, they lost interest in doing this. You know, I kept on this well until I was like 17, and then life, you know. I mean, I don't regret not finishing it, to be honest with you, because I had a great time. So I did this between 4th grade till about junior year in high school, and it was good times, man. Some amazing trips, met some amazing people, and even without knowing this, look, I was at a senior center here caroling away, and again, I don't remember where this was whatsoever. I don't even remember doing it, to be honest with you, but I would never be against it. That's the thing. It's I don't look back. Some people would say it's cringe, but not me, man. These are memories for me, and just watching how this was recorded in itself, that maybe there was no Zoom function. I don't know, man. Only my mom can answer that. But ultimately, these were really good times. So I didn't really know how I could actually share this amongst each other, but I figure I have a whole month of dropping stuff, so might as well, for nostalgia's sake, go ahead and drop this out for y'all. Oh, look, the Zoom does work. Color me surprised. But yeah, this is so cool. This is so cool to kind of reminisce through all of this. And let's just go ahead and say, jingle bells, jingle all the way. I don't know. I wasn't really talking at that point, so maybe it wasn't Jingle Bells. Could have been Silent Night. Could have been Oh Holy. What is that? Oh Holy Night. But yeah. So I mean, I clearly remember my mom couldn't have had this camera that long when we had recorded this. But I remember she would record a lot, and we have a lot of footage, you know. And the capture card didn't really work that well for that long of a time. But I definitely want to grab some, because not only do I have these, but I actually have them from, I think when I was like maybe 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and early all throughout the 20s, I have video recordings. So I was YouTubing before I was actually YouTubing. So I don't know, depending on how the reactions I get off of this, maybe I drop this. So let me know in the comments below if this is something you would watch walking down memory lane. And I'm assuming this is our house. Nope. wherever this was at. Oh, that's a balloon snowman. Amy, you better step up your game, girl. I hope you guys had a good time walking down memory lane with me. If there's anything from your childhood that resonates with you now, let me know in the comments below, and please let me know if this is something you guys want to see again, because as I find these old archives, I'm going to be bringing them straight to you guys. So again, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you guys are brand new to the channel or just joining in on the Vlogmas fun, please like, subscribe, comment, and do all that stuff the UB2B people say. Happy day 4, and I'll see you on day 5. Have a great one.